What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We're back with an update to the hail damage. Now, this video has been filmed out of sequence, so you'll notice hot and sunny in one portion of the video and drowsy, dreary, cold, and me wearing a jacket in the rest of the video. So bear with me. This is one of those videos that had to be recorded out of sequence because it's just the way things went down. So I guess we'll start with the 2016 Chevy Impala 1LT. It's been one of my favorite cars for so long. Yeah, Halloween. That's how close this video is to when it's actually coming out, guys. Like, we've got the house decorated for Halloween because in the neighborhood we live in, there really aren't any kids that come out for Halloween. But out here, tons of kids show up. So we want to make sure we got buckets of candy and plenty of decorations so all the kids can come out and enjoy Halloween. So let's get on with it. The 2016 Impala, as you can see, is here. We have it. Has it been repaired? Did they fix it or did they total it? Now, I know you want to know about the 22 Mustang GT that belongs to my fiance, and we're gonna get to that in just a moment. But obviously, this car did not get repaired. I really felt bad. The adjuster came out and told me $7,500 was his estimate, and 99% of the time, whatever the adjuster tells you is way off. It's way off. By the time you get to the body shop and they start looking it over, it's done. So this is a total loss, which means I no longer own the car. Now, unfortunately, the insurance company that I go through for my commercial stuff, all of the stuff you see out here is fully insured. It's all got full coverage insurance. But unfortunately, it's not through the same insurance company that my home and my personal autos are through, because that was a snap. They were out like the same day I filed a claim. They had come out, the car got in, everything gets taken care of, and you're done. Whether it's totaled or not, they get it finished and they send you the money the same day. Like, my adjuster came out and said it's going to be about this amount of money. Next thing I know, they deposit it straight into my bank account. It was in my bank account that same evening. Really nice. This car insurance company, not so much. Not so much. It has been about a month and a week since I filed the claim on my house, on the Mustang, and on this Impala. And as of today, the making of this video, it is Friday the 27th. This car is not paid for. I have not been dispersed payment for this vehicle. In fact, I had to get kind of ugly in a message. I sent an email to the company and I said, hey, you know, you guys said this was going to take 2 weeks. It's been over a month. What's going on? Like, the car is just sitting here covered in hail damage. You know, either we need to get this thing in and we need to get it fixed, or we need to get it totaled out, get paid for it, and send it down the road. So what did they give me for this car? They gave me $8,500, which I do believe is a profit. I think we actually made some money on this car. That was not intentional. You guys know I lose money on everything. So making money on this was definitely not expected, especially now that it has hail damage. It sucks that it's going to end up going to, most likely, an insurance auction. It also sucks that I still haven't been paid for it, but I've got to make a conclusion to this video, and I couldn't wait any longer. You guys have waited long enough, so I decided we're just gonna go ahead and come out with it. Unfortunately, it's been like pulling teeth trying to get the insurance company to pay out on this, but they have agreed to pay out. We have a number. Everything is good. I sent in, thank you, I sent in all of the documents that they requested. I sent them the title signed. I sent them a power of attorney. Everything is done. This car no longer belongs to me. So there you go. The Impala is finished. Now, I know what you're wondering. The Mustang GT, because obviously I've got a brand new roof on my house, a better roof than I had before. I've got a brand new roof with a lifetime warranty, so that's good news. We've got the Impala totaled. What happened to the Mustang? Well, that's a video that I actually finished, I don't know, like 3 weeks ago. That was done a long time ago. So why don't we skip over to the Mustang GT and let's see what happened, because we took it to a shop to have them look at it, give us an estimate, and let's see if they can fix it. All right, guys, so the big reveal right here at the OKC Dent Shop, guys. I am beyond shocked that this car looks this good. So I've already walked around it, I've already checked it out, and I thought for sure, you know, I'm going to find one or two places that they missed, because, I mean, obviously the car had a ton of damage, an absolute ton of damage. You guys saw it, and I'm looking at it now, and it's like, wow, even the teeny tiny ones that were over here, they gone. I mean, there's not a single ding or dent left on this car. None. It was so bad. I can't believe that they were able to fix it. So thankfully, this thing is fixed. It's back to its pre-hailstorm condition, and I was out minimal money. My deductible was $1,000, and that's a lot of work for that money, guys. It's really loud out here. I apologize for that. So I got to give a big shout out to the OKC Dent Shop. Hail repair, door dings, minor collision, OKCDentShop.com. Their number is 405-488-5469. If you're local, hell, even if you're not local, might be worth giving them a holler and tell them Randy from Auto Auction Rebuild sent you. The proof is in the pudding here, guys. They do phenomenal work. Nothing had to be repainted, and it came out looking, well, exactly like it did before the accident. So we're still waiting to find out what's going to happen with my Impala. That's a different insurance company, and they are taking their sweet time getting things done. Oh man, they actually they included a koozie for us. Look at that, and an air freshener. They cleaned the car up for us and everything. This is amazing, guys. This is amazing. Jessica's going to be so happy. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy, but Jessica's definitely going to be happy. She's been driving the Impala for a week or however long it's been, 9 days, 8 days, something like that. I think she's ready to get back to her car. This is her baby. I can't believe it. I'm so happy this car didn't have to be totaled out. I'm happy they didn't have to do any paint work or anything like that. Blending is one of those things, especially on a color like this. It can get a little complicated. They did a great job. Thank you to them, and also thank you to Brian at the Auto Spa. He's the guy that told me about him. He said, hey man, if you want it done right, this is the guy to send it to, and I'm glad I listened to him. So shout out to Brian, and shout out to these guys over here at the OKC Dent Shop. So as you can see, the Mustang is good. We've had that car back forever, guys. I wanted to tell you, I really did, but it's part of this video, and it's actually the biggest part of the video. Now, that Mustang is worth quite a bit of money, which is why it didn't take nearly as much to fix it. You know, when the cost of the repair exceeds 50% of the value. Now, this is only in Oklahoma. It varies state to state. But in Oklahoma, when the cost to repair the vehicle exceeds 50% of the vehicle's value, it's considered a total loss. So obviously on the Impala, on a good day, it's probably a $9,000 to $10,000 car retail with the miles that it has on it. Therefore, $7,500 to repair it, that's done. It's a wrap on the Impala. But the Mustang GT is still worth well over $40,000. And if you're wondering what it cost to fix it, it was actually not as much as I expected. It was under $7,000. Looking about $6,900 to repair the Ford Mustang GT. And I'm here to tell you, in the video I showed you up close, I got you as close as I could to it. I'm a stickler, all right? I want it to look exactly like it did before it had any hail damage, obviously. And I can't find a single ding, a single dent, nothing. They did that car perfect. And it takes a lot for me to say that, because very rarely will you hear me say that anything is perfect. But that Mustang GT doesn't have a single ding or dent in it anywhere. So the OKC Dent Shop, man, you guys rock. I'm here to, and it's not sponsored. I didn't pay for any of this, guys. All right, this didn't cost me anything. So it's not like it's sponsored and they gave me a discount. It's not. This is all through insurance. It didn't cost me a dime. So if they did a bad job, I'd tell you it was horrible. If they did a great job, I'm going to tell you it was a great job, because at the end of the day, I have no skin in the game on this. But I'm here to tell you they did it right. Brian at the Auto Spa highly recommended them to me. He said, trust me, if you want it done right, take it to these guys. And absolutely, they got it in. They got an estimate done. They got it out. They worked with supplements through the insurance company, and it's over. It was over weeks ago. That car has been back, and we have all been enjoying having it back in front of the house. Now, another question that I've been asked many times in the comment section is, how does this affect my premiums? Did my premiums increase because of this? Well, no, they did not, because a hailstorm is an act of God. That's what they call it, an act of God, which means I have no control over the hailstorm. It happened. My cars were damaged. My roof was damaged. I got all of this stuff done. Tons of money. They spent out a fortune getting all of this taken care of, guys. And it didn't cost me a dime, aside from my deductible for the roof and my deductible for the Mustang GT. And of course, the deductible for the Impala, but that's through a different insurance company. So as far as my premiums increasing, no, my premiums are not going to go up. I've already spoken to my local agent, and he said no. He said, you're going to be paying the same amount you were always paying. You've been a good customer. I've never had to file a claim before. Like, in all the years that I've had this insurance company, I've never filed a claim. So this is a first, and granted it was a doozy, but yeah, my rates aren't going to go up, so that's good news. All right, so we're going to answer another question for you guys, because I know it's on your minds. You knew the hailstorm was coming. You had to. You live in Oklahoma. You know that weather happens. And you've got a big shop that you could put several cars in, and you've got the garage at your house that you could have put at least one car in. Why didn't you do something to protect your assets? Why did you leave them outside to get hailed on? Well, that's a great question. And the answer is actually very simple. Number one, I live in Oklahoma. We get lots of weather out here. Here's the thing. The weather radio goes off all the time in Oklahoma. In fact, you become rather complacent. And that's not good. That's not good. Yes, the weather radio went off. It said you've got storms coming, there's hail, damaging winds, blah, blah, blah. Ladies and gentlemen, that weather radio has gone off 1,000 times this year saying the exact same thing. And you know what's happened every time? Nothing. Nothing. At least not where I live. The storms have hit other places, the hail has hit other places, and other things have been damaged, but it has not hit my area. So yes, I kind of brushed it off. It's you know, it happens all the time, yet we never get any damaging weather. I had the garage full of electric bikes. I know what you're thinking. Screw the electric bikes, protect the cars. Guys, the electric bikes are not covered under insurance. I sold those bikes. I probably made $8,000, $10,000 selling those e-bikes. Those are not covered. If I throw them outside and they get rained on, hail damage, ruined, I would have lost that $10,000. Whereas the cars have full coverage insurance on them. So if something happens to them, they're fully covered. So it would make no sense for me to take products that are worth thousands of dollars and throw them out in the rain and let them get damaged just to protect a car that's already protected from insurance. That's the big reason. My garage was full of electronic stuff. I had my electric mower. That's an $8,000, I think, $7,000 mower. The Ryobi. I can't throw that outside. I mean, apparently it sat outside in the rain before and it'd probably be fine, but it's not protected from hail. You know what I mean? None of this stuff is protected if it gets damaged from the hail or the wind. However, the cars are. And as far as coming down here and throwing everything into the shop, are you kidding me? Guys, you know how long it takes me to get down here? From my place, it's an hour drive to get here. And I do this drive almost every single day. An hour here, an hour back. 2 hours driving every day. Over 100 miles a day. Easy just to get back and forth to the shop. So when the weather says, hey, we got weather coming, it's too late. It's already too late. When the weather radio goes off, there is no way I've got time to drive an hour down here, move everything around, and put stuff in the garage, or bring a car from the house up there down here. There just isn't time. And chances are, as you're leaving and driving an hour down here, you're probably going to run directly into the storm that you're hoping to avoid. Now, I already know there's going to be a ton of people that have this explanation or that explanation, why I shoulda, coulda, woulda done things different, why they would have done things different. And that's fine. You can speculate all day long until you're blue in the face. But at the end of the day, I had to make the decisions for me. And in my opinion, it worked out perfectly. I wish the Impala wasn't getting totaled. That does suck. It's a great car, and it's a shame that it's going down the road for hail damage. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, the most important things, which is my house, got a new roof. Jessica's Mustang got all the dents repaired. I almost said replaced. We don't want to replace. Got all the dents repaired, and it looks brand spanking new. So at the end of the day, Nobody really lost anything. I said that and then realized I am out a couple $1,000s. I think the roof was $1,300. There's nothing I could have done to protect the roof of my house. I can hear the comments now. You should have gone on the roof with 2x4s, cardboard, 3/4 inch plywood, and nails and saved your roof. You should have gone outside and thrown a blanket over the car. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I'm not going. You guys would have to live in Oklahoma to understand this. But cars get hail damaged here. Houses get hail damaged. It's just one of those things. It happens. And most people do not run outside in a hailstorm with winds, 60, 70 mile an hour wind. With a blanket? What are you going to do? Let me guess. You're going to throw the blanket on the car and then throw bricks on it, right? Bricks? Cinder blocks? No, man. You guys can do whatever you want to protect your assets. But at the end of the day, I have insurance for a reason. I have insurance to protect my assets in case something happens. I'm not running out into a storm with 70 miles an hour wind and baseball-size hail to throw blankets over a car. I literally had people say you should have thrown some plywood on top of the cars. Are you kidding me? Plywood. Plywood. Have you guys seen plywood? It's rectangular in shape. It's heavy, but not that heavy. You throw plywood on top of a car, number one, you're going to really destroy the car. You're going to absolutely tear up the car. And number two, and by the way, PDR isn't going to fix the scuff marks from plywood being thrown on top of your car. The next factor is the wind. 60, 70 mile an hour wind gusts. That plywood is gone. And beyond that, where does the plywood go? Does it go into my neighbor who's an Oklahoma Highway patrolman? Does it go into his car that belongs to the state? Does it go into his house? Does it hurt or kill somebody? It could decapitate somebody. Are you kidding me? No, these are cars. I love them. I enjoy them. But at the end of the day, they're cars. They're not worth risking my life, my well-being, or anyone else's over. With that, feel free to drop your comments below and argue in the comment section until y'all are blue in the face. I'm going to be watching the comments because I already know they're going to be epic. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.